In this video, I'm going to go through the syllabus. You will find it by scrolling down to the tab, the block that's called Syllabus, Written, Homework, Solutions, etc. It may be collapsed, so if you click on it, it will open up and you'll find the syllabus written right here. Now, I'm going to just switch to this, makes it a little easier to read. So you'll notice here, I'm going to skip over most of it, read this. This is kind of you're responsible for all the information. Make sure you check the final exam time and date. Note that our final exam and midterm are both tested in person. So therefore, you need to be on campus on, for example, this course, this semester, Spring 2019, is April 29th, Monday, April 29th, or Tuesday, April 30th. I will make you aware of the dates and the times that the testing center is open during the course. But if you cannot make it, we also offer another service called Proctored, which I'll see a link to later. But make sure that those dates you have, those are very specific testing dates that you need to make sure you have blocked off in your calendar and make sure you have time to do it on those days. Okay, so here we go. Most of this, it's standard. My email that's my email. But if you email me, please make sure you do it through more. Try not to use this email. It takes me a lot longer to respond if you send it there. Let's see, keep going. Make sure you understand that this course is online and it is a 3-credit course, which means the minimum expectation of time is 9 hours of work per week for this class alone. More often than not, I have students who say, man, this course took a lot of time and I was not prepared for how much time it took. And I ask them, and they say, oh, I was spending 6 hours a week. Wait, what, 6? No, 9 at minimum. Realistic is about 12. 9 to 12 hours is what you need to have planned for this course. If that's not going to work, highly recommend don't take it online or do it with another semester where you do have the time, where you can block it out for you to put that much effort in. Okay, moving on. Read all this, blah, 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 blah. My office hours. Office hours are drop in. They are, you just show up and I will be here. The one trick here, my office hours location on Monday and Wednesday are as listed. The Tuesday and Thursday are actually going to be located in Q301. Okay, so if you come during that time, make sure you come to room Q301. I teach before and after in that room, before 11:50 and after 12:20. So I'll just be staying in that room. So you can drop in. And if these times don't work for you, you're always welcome to try and contact me to see if we can work out another time. I have a lot of other responsibilities, but I always try to work around if I can. Okay, so keep moving. This information you already had from Canvas, but it's here again. The email, please, I already mentioned, but please email me through MOER. If you contact me through my regular email, it could take up to a week. Through MOER, expect 1 business day, meaning Monday through Friday, within 24 hours. That being said, realistically, I try to do 24 hours, weekend, whatever. I try to get back to you quickly because I know online, this is our only way of talking. So let's see. Make sure everything you request of me is in writing. So if you do come visit me at my office, I will always, and you ask me to do something for you, and if I say yes, make sure you still put it in writing so I don't forget. This is a big one. Please note that all communications through Canvas or more or any of these learning systems that we use are not private. We have the ability to read everything that you guys are writing. That being said, we do provide as much privacy as possible. I am not going to go read your stuff, your communications, unless it is brought to my attention that something that is breaking the code of conduct as outlined in the student handbook. If something like that occurs, then I will go read the emails and read the messages being sent between students. Let's see, required materials. You must have something to take notes on, right? I have those pages. You can print them. Do them there. TI-83, TI-84 calculator. An Office 365 account, which you all have through Maricopa Colleges. So you're already set there. You already activated in everything when you did the OneNote sign up. The OneNote app, which again is free. You already have an account. You don't have to have it, but it's recommended. It makes uploading pictures easier. You must have a computer with internet access. If you want to buy a calculator, buy a TI-8384. If you want to rent a calculator, we do rent them in our campus. There's a $25 fee, and you would do that here in the Q building at the testing center. Course description, yeah, you can read that. Expectations of you, we already talked about that for the most part. Teacher evaluations. At the end of the semester, I will ask for a teacher evaluation. It will be a little bit of extra credit. It's the only extra credit you're going to get in the class. Attendance. You must be active in the class over any 7-day period. That being said, I try to make it easy on myself where I say you have to have logged in at least once, Friday through Monday, and finished your homework, did a pop quiz, did something. If you just log in, that doesn't count as being active. You actually have to do some math, watch a video, take some notes, do something. If you do not, you will not be considered in attendance. And if you are not in attendance for 7 days, I have the right to withdraw you from the class. If it's after the 45th day, instead of a W, you'd be getting an F or a Y. A Y is a withdraw while failing. So make sure you are attending and keeping up with the class. Electronics, yeah, you can read that. Just don't cheat. Students with disabilities, please. I will try to accommodate in any which way I can. So if you have a disability, make sure you check in with the Disability Resource Center so that way they can get your accommodations on file, and then I can give you whatever I can do to make life better for you. Let's see. Support. You can get help from the Q building. There is a tutoring center in there. Then in in our building, there's also another one in the E building, which is where the library is. Those would be in-person tutoring. That being said, you can also get help online. There is an Ask Your Teacher button at the top of every homework assignment or every homework problem. You can use that and ask me questions, and which I should already talked about in the OneNote in the homework section, but don't forget, use it. There's also, I highly recommend, if you're going to go to videos for outside help, Patrick JMT is a teacher. He is excellent. Use his stuff. James Sousa, his website, Math is Power for You, another excellent resource to use. The MOER videos that are called Get Helps that are all attached to each problem, don't use those. Those are the devil. I hate them. Okay. Okay. And that being said, really truthfully, they're good for checking your work, but not for learning how to do problems. So make sure you use them appropriately. Grading. You get 10% of your grade for doing homework, 5% for doing lecture notes. So make sure you're filling out those notes and posting pictures into OneNote. Quizzes and tests are 25% of your grade. Midterm and final are 60% of your grade. Those are 30% each, 30% midterm, 30% final. When you submit quizzes and tests, those are expected to be done in writing, which will make sure you understand when it's time to take them. The work will be graded from 1 week from when they are submitted, meaning not when they are due. Let's use that word instead. So if they're due on a Tuesday, you can expect to have them back. I don't get them till Wednesday, so you can expect to get them back by the next Wednesday graded. Rounding for your grades. If you have a 79.8, that would round up to an 80. If you have a 79.4, that would round down to a 79. I use standard rounding. Plagiarism. Don't cheat. Don't post your work on websites for other people to do it for you. That's plagiarism. That's cheating. Homework. Okay, read this. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Make sure it all makes sense to you. I wanted to jump down to quizzes and tests. Make sure you read this. Make sure you understand what it is for your class. So you know you must log in. For example, this class must log in sometime between Thursday and Tuesday to see if any quizzes became available. Quizzes will become available Thursdays by 10 a.m. They may become earlier. They may be available earlier, but you know if you've checked after Thursday at 10 a.m. and there's no quiz, there is no quiz for that week. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If not, ask me. All quizzes are always due Tuesday night at midnight, just like your homework assignments. Okay. So let's see here. Tests. Again, make sure you follow the rules as outlined on each individual test, but the trick to these is always after completing a test, you'll have 30 minutes to upload pictures of your work to OneNote. So make sure you are doing that, because if I do not have the work and it is not in a nice picture that is a high enough resolution that I could read your writing, it will be a 0 because I can't grade your work. So make sure, and you can, again, send me test pictures. We can take a picture, send it, make sure I can read it. we'll have some opportunities to make sure that your camera and everything is working well, to make sure you understand the process, and it's not a big deal. It's not that scary. You just got to make sure you know how to do it. Final exams and midterms, these are proctored. So again, you need to check the calendar and make sure you have blocked out time to come into our testing center to take the test on our Q building testing center, not the main campus, Q building testing center, which is free. Or you can use our Proctor U service, which is not ours, it's an outside company. They will set you up through your computer and they watch you do the test on your screen, and it's a whole process. You can do that by following this link, and you can set up your dates and your times and all that. There is a fee. I believe it is as low as $25. They could change their pricing at any time, but last I checked, it was as low as $25. But that is your responsibility to pay to do that. If those testing accommodations do not work for you, please let me know and let's see what we can work out. I'm always here to work with you. Extra credit, there will be no extra credit. Grade changes, there will be no grade changes unless you earned it. So if I made a grading mistake, that deserves a grade change. If you are just really close and you just needed to do one more homework assignment, and can I just open it back up so you can do one problem, and then that would be enough to get you the grade that you should have done your homework when it was due. Don't come ask me. That's not right. Okay, withdrawing from the class. You will not be allowed to withdraw from the class after the 45th day of the course. Meaning there is a date listed next to your course in your My.Maricopa portal. Look at that date. If it is after that date, I will not withdraw you unless it is for a reason that would qualify for a full refund, as outlined in the student handbook, aka a death in the family, or you are in the military and you get deployed, something like that. It's not going to be because you're trying to save your GPA. So make sure after the 45th day, that date that's listed, you will not be withdrawn. So make sure you talk to me if you want to be withdrawn before then, so we can get that taken care of. Last but not least, I reserve the right to change the course, anything in here, but of course I will announce it in class and tell you what changes have occurred. This schedule here is a tentative schedule. It's a tentative outline. Now, this being online, I actually can be pretty sure it's going to, we're going to follow this, pretty sure. But this is our outline for the course. So make sure you are kind of keeping up, and you can kind of look ahead and see what's coming. I will say this week right here is spring break. So there is no, you'll notice there's nothing due. Okay, nothing due that week. But I will open up some of the assignments. 3.1 will probably be open. So you could start to work ahead. That's all. Okay. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to mention here is just watch this proctored midterm date and watch the final exam date. Those two dates are in-person tests or using the Proctor U service, so make sure you have those kind of blocked out. Okay, and I know this is a long video, but I hope it helps you understand the class.